Welcome, sports fans, to tonight's Table Rock presentation of the homecoming game for the Phoenix Pirates against the North Valley Knights. We're just getting ready to kick off here. Just finished the national anthem, and the captains are heading to midfield. Big division matchup tonight. Phoenix is in second place in the Skyline Division. North Valley is first. So big game for both teams tonight. And the coin toss is finished. Waiting for a signal from the ref. And if you're just joining us, this is Table Rock Sports, partnership with Phoenix Pirate High School Sports Media. Here to bring you tonight's game. Thanks for joining us. And it looks like the Pirates are set to kick off.
Just set to begin the kickoff. Knights receiving it first. And this special presentation of the Pirates homecoming game is underway. Knights go for a run up the middle. A couple yards, not too many though. Well played by the Phoenix defense. Got a second down and about 7. They go bunch formation this time around. Quarterback under center. Now he's got the tight end in motion. Play action. Wanted the screen pass, but incomplete. Intended for Ekenef. And And the defense was all over him. Well, coming into this game, the Knights are 3-1, the Pirates are 2-2, but both teams have had some big wins and a big loss as well. So it's shaping up to be a good game, and that one knocked down by the defense. Eliasas had his hands on it for Phoenix to swap it down. But the Knights 3-1, they took a loss to Siuslaw Mapleton on the 13th of September last month. But they've had a couple of wins since then and have made their way up to 5th in the OSAA ranking. So they are slightly favored in this matchup here. We've got a 4th down for the Knights here. They opt to punt. Kicker brings it back to about the 40-yard line, fielded at the 35, and knocked down. Ball came out. They rule him down by contact. And the Pirates will take over. We're getting a spot around the 33, it looks like. Phoenix will come in with a substitution. Pachola Mendina coming in at the center position. And they called a penalty on the offense. Looks like it was a false start, so that'll back them up a couple of yards. Charlie Hall getting a explanation on the sideline. So instead, that will spot Phoenix at the 27, and they use their first timeout as well. So not much action to begin, but good defensive start from Phoenix. The Pirates are ranked 22nd in the OSAA rankings. So that's out of 40 teams in the conference. So they're sitting right in the middle of the pack. Sort of what you would expect from a 2-2 team. But they have a tough task ahead of them facing off against the Knights here from North Valley. Pirates start with a run play, and I'll pick up 8 yards. Not quite enough for a first down, but getting close. It'll be 2nd and short for the Pirates. They go with another run play, and he did pick up the first down, moving the chains. That's the running back, Derek Corder, who picks up the first down. quarterback, Peyton Turner, a senior, 6'4", 155. And another delay of game penalty on Phoenix will bring them back. So already a couple penalties from Phoenix here. And every time they get a couple of positive yards, they're moving themselves back. I got a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back, rolls to his right, fires over the middle. It's caught by the tight end. Number 21, Wyatt Dean, able to snag that one in. And I'll bring up 4th down and 5 yards, but after the 2 penalties, they're going to have to punt. Hayden Taylor out around the 35-yard line, ready to receive the punt. And yet another penalty on the Pirates. That'll back them up even more. They're just not paying attention to the clock and already had to use a timeout. Some of the coaching staff just doesn't have their head in the game at the moment. Long snapper in for Phoenix. They get it away. Punt all the way down to about the 40. Pirates letting it roll all the way back to the 26-yard line. Great punt from the Pirates punter there. About 40 yards in distance with the extra roll. And so that'll start North Valley back in their own territory. Quarterback under center. McGregor hands it off, and that went for a couple of yards up the middle from the running back. Good start for the Knights on offense on their second drive. Defense looks like a blitz. They send 5, pass deep downfield, and well covered by the defense. Wyatt Dean was in the area, able to knock it away from the receiver, Wyatt Bell. I'll bring up 3rd down for the Knights. Well, great pressure from this Phoenix defense on both of the North Valley offensive drives. They kept them in their own half. They've played good defense. This one just a pitch out to the far side. He's got some room, though, and he picks it up, going all the way down to the 48 and getting a 1st down. Yeah. Well, trickery from the Knights here, shifting the O-line. They go with another handoff, and he gets 6. getting an offensive drive here around midfield. 2nd and 4. Quarterback hands it off again, and that one breaks away for a couple. He breaks an extra tackle and goes all the way down to the 24. Big run play from the halfback, Lyric Anderton was the running back on that. We got 6:40 to go in this first quarter, no score, but the Knights are putting together a good offensive drive. Might put some points on the board here. Pirates now in their own half, trying to play defense. They've got the tight end in motion. Quarterback under center. Play action. They got the blitz coming. Flag comes in. Quarterback getting rid of it. And we'll see what the flag was. Holding on the offense. That'll bring them back a couple yards. So not only do they not get the first down, but they also bring them back an extra 10. So now it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 32. Run play again, and halfback brought down after a couple yards. Anderton again on the ground, picking up a few, but now it'll still be 3rd and long. Now, if you're the Knights here, do you play for the first down, or do you play conservatively, try to get a field goal out of this possession? Because it would be a longer field goal, 36 yards, which at the high school level is no joke. Quarterback rolls out, fires to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. The Knights had a big play in their bag, and there is a flag down. We'll see what the flag is. And it looks like it's going to be on the offense again. They had the big play, but one of the linemen was called for holding. Brought him back extra yards. So we'll have to reset on 3rd down. They go with the jet sweep over to the far side, and he picks up a good chunk short of the first down marker, but a good gain of 9. We're waiting for the signal here. False start on the offense. Again, already a bunch of penalties for both teams. This has not been the prettiest game for either team. The 2nd down. So it'll be the Knights ball on the 42 now. Sort of feels like they've been getting extra downs with these penalties. Quarterback fakes the handoff, throws it downfield. He's got a man open, but overthrew it. A couple of extra yards, no good. That'll bring up third down. Intended receiver for Carson Smith, but just overshot him a little too much. Run up the middle and all the way down to the 20-yard line. And that's back to the original line of scrimmage at about the 23. It's fourth down. They still have the offense on the field. 4th and 8. See if they try to get them jumping or they're just going to go for it. They do go for it. Quarterback rolls out to the right side. He's got a blocker in front of him, but he's met by defenders and cannot pick up the first down. That'll be a turnover on downs back to Phoenix. Got 4:15 to go in this game. A big fourth down stop from Phoenix. No score. Pirates go with a run play off to the far side. Pick up a couple of yards, but I'll be 2nd and 7. They got Peyton Turner back there, along with running back and a couple of the receivers. They got the tight end in motion off to the near side. They hand it off. He hits it over to the left near side. Gets it up past the 30-yard line and close to a first down. We'll see where they spot him. They're moving the chains. They're giving it to him. That's a Pirate first down. Big pickup from the running back, Derek Corder. He's played really well. Knights have 3 on the line. And a timeout is called. Pirates take their 2nd timeout. And we have no score. Pirates with the ball with just about 3 minutes to go in this one. Both teams struggling a little bit offensively, getting called for penalties on some of their big plays. Not the prettiest by any means, but definitely shaping up to be a good game. Welcome back. We just came out of the timeout with neither team scoring any points so far. We got 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Pirates' 2nd possession of the game. And that one gone up to the near side and picked up 8 before being brought down. Trey Castile in the backfield. Snap was a little low. Quarterback just had to fall on it, and a loss of downs there. So I'll bring up third down, with 8 to go. So 3rd and long. See what the Pirates draw up here for their 3rd and long play. Trying to get the extra first down out around the 42-yard line. Quarterback from the gun. He's got his tight end in motion. Rolls out to the right. Fires over to the tight end. Picks up a few. Little short of the first down, though, it looked like. Got out to about the 40-yard line. Needed to get to the 42. We'll see where they spot him. That will be 4th down, though. Looks like they will bring the kicking team on, so they won't go for it on 4th and short. They'll just send it away. Minute 34 to go. Long snapper gives it back. That one going high, spiraling, and out of bounds around the 32. So North Valley will get one more possession before the end of the quarter. Phoenix bringing their defense onto the field, and that's really where they seem to have thrived with this game so far. Quarterback under center, 2-back set. Now hands it off up the middle, and he is immediately met around the line of scrimmage. Somehow made a couple of extra yards out of it for a gain of 3. But great job by the defense. Three people had him all at the same time. Another under center play here. Now they hand it off to the fullback, and he'll pick up 4. Close to the first down, probably 3rd and short. That was John Ekaneff again in the backfield. Pirates looking to put a stop to it. Knights looking to keep it going. Final couple seconds. We'll see if they call a play at the end of the quarter here. They do. They go a pitch to the near side. Pirates have bodies all over it, and he is short of that first down marker. So that'll bring us to the end of this first quarter. No score from either team, and we will see you as we get ready for the second quarter in just a little bit. Welcome back to the special homecoming presentation of Phoenix football, taking on the North Valley Knights. Through one quarter of play, neither team has been able to put any points on the board. North Valley, though, putting together a good drive at the end of that first quarter. They hand it off up the middle, and he's got room to run. He's got a couple blockers in front of him. The corner can't grab him, and he's finally brought down at around the 26-yard line. Man, what a run that was. Picked up 34 yards on the play. Big first down there for the Knights. Able to reset the chains. Now they're shifting their offensive line a little bit. And they hand it off to the weak side again. He goes up the middle, spins off one, and is brought down after 5. Well, the running backs for the North Valley Knights have been really good so far. They've had a couple of good run plays, picking up about 4 or 5 per carry, and especially with that big play. That one deflected off of the defense. Elias was there to swat it down from the quarterback, even though he had a man open. So good defense from Phoenix, bringing up third down. Pirates trying to put a stop to this one. Quarterback played under center all game, continues to do so. Wide receiver in motion. They hand it off up the middle and gets down to about the 15. We'll see where they spot him. Looks like it is enough to move the chains. So deep into Pirate territory now, into the red zone. And this is where you should be getting points on the board. Last quarter, they got all the way down to Pirate territory, but just couldn't convert after a slew of penalties. That one, though, looked like it may have come out. And the running back did fall on it, was able to keep possession, but that was definitely a little scary for the Knights. 2nd and 4. Pirates setting up the defense. Looks like they're going zone with an extra blitz. That one up the middle. Running back tried to spin off of one, but was immediately met at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Big third down here for both teams. And you don't need to pick up that many. It's 3rd and short, so if you're the Knights here, you want to go to a short play, probably a pass, maybe a play action, and just be able to pick up a few. That one, though, just a direct handoff, tackled by the defense. Akpan was there, able to get half of it. So 4th and 4, and they have the offense on the field. Finally, they will bring in the field goal unit. They'll be a 25-yard attempt. Kick is up. And no good is the signal. No good. Score stays at 0-0. After getting all the way down into the red zone, the Knights just couldn't convert. Got stuffed on defense 3 times in a row and then missed the field goal. So give the ball back to the Pirates at their 20-yard line. Pirates lining up right around the D line. They've got one receiver on the far side. Drops back to pass and is immediately stuffed for a sack down around the 15-yard line, loss of 5. And that'll be 2nd and 15 for the Pirates. Not a good first start. Turner, the quarterback, getting the signal from his coach. Now breaks the huddle. Here they go. He's got him in the gun. 2 receivers on the far and near side. Now he's got one in motion. The jet sweep, but immediately stuffed by the defense. The secondary got through the O-line, and it was Landon Montgomery who made the tackle. Pirates backed up deep into their own territory now on 3rd down. You either pick it up here or you punt it back to about midfield. So big play here as we have 6:40 to go in this 2nd quarter. Drops back, finds his man. He's open. He breaks a tackle. He gets all the way down to the 24, and there's a flag after the play. We'll see what this one is, but he was able to get down to just about the original line of scrimmage around the 23-yard line. And a face mask on the defense will give them the first down as well, plus an extra 15. So Pirates very fortunate there, able to get an extra first down and keep the chains moving. This one will start at about the 38. They go with a run play up the middle, and maybe a yard he picked up. Not too much. That'll be 2nd down. Turner from the gun after breaking the huddle. Surveys the defense. Now hands it back off. But this one going nowhere. Tackled for a loss by who else? It was Landon Montgomery yet again. And another 3rd down from behind the original line of scrimmage. So both teams struggling a little bit on offense, but the Pirates especially on this drive they got handed an extra first down, and they haven't been able to do much with it so far on the first 2 plays. Quarterback rolls over to the far side. Thought he had a man open, but he didn't have the time. Immediately stuffed, and the D lineman able to get there. So that'll bring up a Phoenix 4th down. They'll bring the punting unit out onto the field. Taylor back to receive it around the 35. 4:20 to go in this second quarter. High spiraling punt and takes a bad bounce, but will roll all the way back to the 27. So a good punt on the Pirates, but in terms of offense, they haven't been doing too well. We got 4 minutes to go, no score from either team, and this one could be a slugfest. We've seen a lot of ground game from both teams. That one picking up a couple yards. But early on, both teams had an issue with the penalties. Pirates burned a couple of their timeouts in that first quarter, so they only have 1 remaining. And I mean, North Valley also spent one of theirs, so they go for the counter, and a big hit from the defense. Looked like Quarter was there first for the Pirates. Part of that big secondary that you hear so much about. Knights 2-back set, drops back, rolls out of the pocket, fires down, the defender trips, and it's caught. That one going all the way down, and a big yard play. It was Carson Smith on the grab. And I mean, you talk about big plays. They had one earlier with the halfback draw, and this one just a defensive error. The cornerback slipped on the turf. That one picking up 3. And the Knights, I mean, they're putting together some good offensive drives. They're getting down into the red zone, but last round they just weren't accurate with their throws. They missed the field goal, so they're gonna definitely want that one back and try to do it right here before half. That one lobbed up and knocked down by the defense. It was Jackson Cook on the coverage and able to set up 3rd down. Minute 40 to go. If North Valley gives up this possession, I don't know if they're going to have an extra opportunity. Phoenix could get an extra opportunity. And that one brought down by the lineman again, Wyatt Dean. This time on the tackle for the jet sweep. It'll be 4th down and short, about 4 yards to pick up if they want to go for it. And it looks like they are keeping the offense on the field here. Clock is running. And finally, a timeout used by one of the teams. Just winding that clock down, getting close, trying to get within field goal range, but it is 4th down. So it'd be a 28-yard field goal. Little longer than the last one, a 25-yarder. So we'll see how confident the coach, Neil DeForest, is with his kicker and what they decide to do here. Pirates break the huddle first. Clock stopped at 54 seconds. Big play here on 4th down. Knights line up. They go with the pitch. And immediately tackled by number 37. It was Caden Darcy on the defensive stop and able to take over for the Pirates. 48 seconds to go. Stuffing the 4th down attempt. I mean, the Pirates secondary, like, you gotta start talking about them. They have quite a couple of juniors and seniors in the secondary that have made big time plays during some of these big time moments. Quarterback with a minute drill, and that one sailed over the receiver's head. McQueen, the tight end, was the intended target. 44 ticks to go now. Turner gets the signal, now relays it to his teammates. They're going with the 3 receivers on the near side. Quarterback, low snap. Finds his man, and it is caught, but not too many yards. So I'll keep the clock moving as well. And we do have a whistle. Just a clock adjustment. 35 seconds is what they spot him at. So 3rd down from about the original line of scrimmage. And it'll be Turner looking to make things happen from the 20-yard line. Hands it off and brought down after about a yard. Cody Martin. Looks like they're just trying to get this one to go into half. But a timeout is called by the Knights. trying to get the ball back as well. And I'll bring up fourth down as well. So fourth down for the Knights. They couldn't make it happen. And through 3 downs, the Pirates have struggled to pick up any offensive yards. And we're back. Phoenix opting to punt on a fourth down from their own territory. Spiraling punt back to the 45, and the Pirates will bring them down right there. So still 19 seconds to go, making this final minute last. No score for either teams, though. The Knights missed a field goal opportunity from 25 yards out, and also got called for a flag on holding when they had thrown a touchdown. So both of those got invalidated, and we're sitting at 0-0. That one thrown towards the boundary, but incomplete. Bringing up 2nd and 10. And if you're the Pirates defense here, you just gotta make sure that you're playing boundary. You're watching the pass most of the time, and you're not allowing anything too deep. So they go with 2 safeties. That one thrown deep and intercepted by the defense. Looks to bring it back, and does all the way down to the 39. It was Eric Calhoun on the INT, and able to get the ball back for Phoenix. First and 10 for the Pirates with just 4 seconds to go in this first half. Well, I expect they'll just try to take a shot, maybe run out the clock a little bit. You don't have that many options here. QB will just take a knee and run out the clock here. 0-0 at halftime on this special presentation of the Phoenix homecoming game, presented to you by Table Rock Sports. Stay tuned for the second half as we're about to get started with our halftime show. Thanks for joining us for this halftime presentation of the homecoming game for Phoenix. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors, including Table Rock Sports, where we're currently and always streaming our home games for Phoenix, and the homecoming royalty was just announced. So big congratulations to everyone who was nominated and their families. Always a great sight to see. In terms of the game that we had in the first half, though, neither team was able to put any points on the board. 0-0 through the first half. North Valley had a missed field goal in the second quarter from 25 yards out, and in the first quarter it was just a mess. A bunch of flags on both teams, especially on their big plays. But North Valley was able to put together a couple of really good offensive drives, getting down to the Phoenix red zone and making things tough on the Phoenix defense, even though their secondary has been wonderful. I mean, you can't ask much more for them. They've come up with so many stops on third and fourth downs to keep them in this one. So I'll reiterate it again. I said it at the top of the broadcast. Phoenix is currently 2-2. They won both of their games versus Brookings Harbor and Harrisburg at the beginning of September, and won those pretty handily as well, but then took a couple of losses to Sutherland and Coquille. So they're right around the middle of the pack, currently ranked 22nd in the Oregon State athletics rankings, right in the middle of the pack. And the Knights came into this game with a 3-1 record. They had won their first game versus Coquille, but lost their second against Siuslaw Mapleton on the 13th of September, and then stormed back against Hidden Valley and South Umpqua in the later half of September on the 20th and 27th respectively. So they've both played Coquille, and North Valley beat them and Phoenix lost to them. So that's sort of been the little bit of overlap that we've gotten here through 4 games in the season. This one's game number 5. And so North Valley came in favored by a couple of points, but was really unable to get anything on the board in the first half, even though they had a couple of big opportunities. So coming into the second half, Phoenix will receive the second half kickoff, They did kick off in the first half, so they'll get it in the second half here. And you know, the quarterbacks for both teams, the cornerback for North Valley has been playing under center a lot compared to from the gun from Phoenix. So a little bit of a strategic decision there from both of the coaches and from the teams themselves. But in terms of actual gameplay, I mean, we've had a couple of big plays from North Valley. We had a 32-yard run play early in that second half or second quarter, and then also had a big play just from the passing crew as well on a misplay from one of the Phoenix defenders. So no lack of action here in this first quarter, despite the no score. And I'm very excited to see what we're gonna have in this second half once we start in another couple minutes. Just about ready to start this second half, getting both teams fired up on the sidelines, fans coming back into the stands to support their teams. Phoenix set to receive this second half kickoff, and will be underway in just a few moments. Now, a couple of key players to look out for for the second half. I think the defense for Phoenix especially has been exceptional. They've really been able to stop North Valley on those crucial third and fourth downs. So keep an eye on some of the linebackers in that secondary for them. For North Valley, I mean, they've had a great running game. They've been averaging 3.5, maybe 4 yards per carry on their runs, even with the Phoenix defense stuffing them a couple of times. So I expect to see them continue that game plan a little bit and try to put some points back on the board, because at this point you know you can get down there. It's just a matter of converting once you're in the red zone. So that's what separates mediocre teams from top teams, is scoring when you have the opportunities to. So Phoenix has 2 receivers lined up at about the 8-yard line, ready to receive this kickoff. And if you're watching from home, high school and college still have the old kickoff rules, the entourage, if you will, compared to the NFL, who changed it with all the landing zone rules and stuff like that. So it still stays the same for these lower league levels, and a lot more natural for the average fan. Phoenix returning it out to about the 26-yard line. A good start for them before getting tackled. And they have a good return to start this second half and their first possession in it. Now the quarterback for Phoenix, Peyton Turner, has been, he's been good for them. He's had a couple of times that he got sacked, but he's been able to get out of the pocket, get rid of the ball, throw the ball to an open receiver. Starting this one off with a run play, and the ball is out. looks like North Valley fell on it. And that'll be off to the Knights immediately. They tried to go with the safe run play, but it was punched out by number 51, Ryan Gaskin. So Phoenix turning it over on their first play of the second half, immediately getting the Knights into red zone territory at around the 20-yard line. Drops back, fires over to his right. He's got a man downfield, and he's brought down at about the 3-yard line. Big pickup and 1st and goal for the Knights. They're looking to go hard offensively, quick and early, taking advantage of the fumble on the run play. This one up the middle, and touchdown for the Knights. Getting 6 points on the board, and you feel like it's about time for them, you know. They had a couple of big opportunities early on in that first quarter, but just couldn't convert. So great job by them and their defense for giving them the great field position and able to get one into the end zone. Here's the extra point. It's up, and it's good. 7 points on the board for North Valley, starting the scoring off in this second half in a big way. Knights just about to kick this one off. Not even a minute passed in this third quarter of play, and you've already got a score, so this could be interesting. Here's the kick, and it's squibbed over the middle. And it is going to be Phoenix ball at around the 35. Ilzas was able to fall on it to give the Pirates a possession, but very interesting kickoff there from the Knights. You know, that's the downside of doing a squib kick or an onside, is that your opponent will get better field position if they do recover it. So we'll see what Phoenix draws up here on their first down. Quarterback had his man, but just wasn't ready for it. Intended target was Akpan. Turner, though, might have had a little extra time. Didn't have too much pressure on him, but obviously at this level, you know, you're gonna expect a little bit of that as well. So, second down and 10. They hand it off, and is immediately brought down, tackled for a loss So I'll bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and 14, it looks like. They're needing to get to the 45, so not a great start for them on their first 2 offensive drives of the second half. Drops back, fires downfield, one-on-one coverage, but couldn't come down with it. Great defensive coverage from the corner. And 4th down yet again. So Phoenix fumbled on their first drive of the half, and that gave North Valley a score. And here they're having to go 3 and out. So not a good start for them in this 3rd quarter, in this second half. But I mean, if you wanna talk about someone who's been doing really well today, let's talk about the punter for the Pirates. My goodness, Trey Castile. He's had a couple of really good punts. Have gone 30-40 yards downfield before even hitting the ground, and even then sometimes get an extra 5-yard roll. So I mean, credit to him. He's doing well even on a tough night like tonight. Bunch formation for the Knights. They hand it off to the halfback. He gets upfield and picks up 11 before being tackled. It's Eric Neff again. He had a couple of big plays in that first half, adding to his total. Quarterback rolling over to the far side, got hit. Passes caught by the receiver. Oh my goodness, Carson Smith caught the 40-yard bomb and bringing them into the red zone. What a play that was. Quarterback had a man all over him, still able to throw it that far downfield, get the one-on-one coverage, and somehow came down with it. I mean, my goodness. This one up the middle and picked up 6 on first down, getting to within the 10-yard line. 9:15 to go in this third quarter. The Knights putting on an offensive clinic right now, taking deep shots, running the ball well. I mean, you can't ask for much more as an offensive coordinator or a head coach. That one, he got free, slipped through the defense, and a touchdown for North Valley. Well, it looked like they had a couple of bodies over there on the weak side, and it was just a simple stretch to the weak side, but credit to the halfback. I mean, he's been playing well. He's been making a couple of good moves and taking that one the distance. Go for the extra point. That is up, and it is good. North Valley on the board again, putting up 14 points in just about 3 minutes of action. So you start to understand why North Valley is rated so highly. In that first half, I mean, both teams were shut out. It was 0-0, but now you start to see why. And yeah, they're not a team to be trifled with. If you're not taking advantage of when they're not scoring, then you're gonna be in trouble, and that's what the Pirates are right now. So they're gonna have to put together a good offensive drive here, because you can't allow them to go up 21. You want to keep this one close, especially going into the fourth quarter. So on the last kickoff that North Valley did, they tried a squib, which was covered by Phoenix, but they weren't able to pick up any more than that. So we'll see what they opt to do here as well. But it's very evident that North Valley is starting to gain some of that confidence, some of that momentum, and turn the tide in their favor. That one going out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pirates will get it on the 25. And what do you draw up here? I mean, your run plays have been pretty much bottled up most of the time. Your passing hasn't really been on point. Where do you turn to? Where do you go when most of your offensive weapons are very limited? They opt to go for the run, and he picked up 7. It was Cody Martin getting the handoff. So a good start for the Pirates. So right here, 2nd and 4. And, you know, I think that's one of the other things too, is when you can pick up a couple yards, it'll reset the mental as well. You can get your head back into the game, start getting a couple of bigger plays like this one down the sideline and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Look at that big play from the Pirates. Cody Martin again, and a big first down for the Pirates. I was just talking about it, you know, you get a couple of them, you reset the mental, and then you come up with a couple big plays and you're back in it. So great look there from the Pirates, going back to the run and trying to reestablish that ground game, because it was working in that first half, and you're getting some of the same looks from the North Valley defense. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, as the old adage is, right? That one lofted downfield, double covered and intercepted by the Knights. Oh man. It was Cade Moore with the interception, but I mean, throwing in the double coverage, like, I don't like to criticize players, but that may not have been the best pass option there. So, I mean, you got a couple of good yards with the halfback. You take a shot, you get picked off. So, only saving grace is that North Valley is deep within their own territory. If you can come up with any sort of stop, you're going to be in good field position. But speaking of good field position, that one immediately broken out for 12 yards. An easy first down for the Knights. Got just under 8 minutes to go in this third quarter. North Valley trying to put their third score on the board in this third quarter. And that's a whistle and a timeout called by North Valley. Didn't like the look he saw. Quarterback might have had a different idea of what was going on, so they'll reset the chains on 1st and 10 and try to go again. Phoenix breaking the huddle a little late, but comes out in time. North Valley got one receiver on the near side. Everyone else bunched up with the man in motion. They go with the counter. Back over to the weak side, and he's still on his feet. Finally tackled down at the 44, but my goodness, it looked like he was tackled and then he just kept going. So, I mean, the North Valley offense has come alive here in this third quarter, and in a big way. 14-0 in terms of North Valley. That one, he was brought down. It'll be a 20-yard sack. But there is a flag on the play. They're calling roughing the passer. You've got to be kidding. Penalties are offsetting. So the sack will stand and it'll back North Valley up even more. So big play there from the Phoenix defense. And second and forever. They just hand it off, and he is tackled after 6. So getting back to about the 26-yard line, but for a first down, they need to get past the 55. So very good opportunity here for Phoenix to force North Valley into a punt or better field position. And a whistle before play started. A false start on the offense brings them back even more. Looked like the offensive line might have moved a little bit, and that's all it's gonna take for an extra 10 yards. Six minutes to go here in this third quarter. Knights backed up into their own red zone. They roll out, fire downfield, double covered, and no good. Couldn't come down with it. Just great defense from the Pirates there. Had two guys on the one receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down. And you've got to expect that North Valley is going to punt here. I mean, they have quite a ways to go. So do set up for the punt. Punter is back on his own 5-yard line. Here's the snap. One of them gets through, and it is bouncing back to the 40, to the 35, all the way back to the 32-yard line. Big punt there from the Knights, and they needed it. Good field position, though, for the Pirates, and their third opportunity. North Valley up by 2 scores. Pirates with 5.5 to go. They start off with a run play, and it is immediately stuffed. And it looked like a suplex tackle. There's no flag on the play, but definitely rustled up some of the fans. Quarterback steps up, fires downfield. He's got a man, and short, well covered by the Knights. Intended target was for Jackson Cook. So I'll bring up 3rd down. That's sort of been the story of this Phoenix offense. Is they get good field position, they have something not quite go their way, and then they can't convert on the rest of their downs, so they just have to get rid of it. Quarterback immediately fires to his receiver. It's caught. He picks up a couple. He's gone to the 40-yard line. Shy of the 1st down marker, but worth going for. Instead, they opt to bring the punting unit back onto the field, just giving the ball right back to North Valley. So the Knights will receive a punt. Got a man back on the 30-yard line. And this one, short and rolling all the way back to the 26. Great punt from Trey Castile. That'll bring the Pirate defense back out onto the field. And North Valley, another chance on offense. .330 to go. North Valley hands it off and tackled on the ankles by number 2, Parker Jeevy. Able to get into the backfield and bring him down after 2 yards. This defensive line for Phoenix has also been getting through a lot, especially when they've sent extra blitzers from the secondary. So great look from them. They line up 6 and a flag. False start on the offense, bringing them back. So this has been a recurring issue for North Valley. You know, they had a lot of these penalties against them in the first quarter, and now in the third quarter, they already have 4 against them. So definitely something that they're going to want to talk about, as that one going for 7 yards up to the 30-yard line. Will bring up 4th down though. Looks like they're calling it 3rd down, excuse me. So have another attempt at it. They hand it off to the far side. He picks up the 1st down, gets down to about the 40-yard line before being tackled. And moving the chains yet again for the Knights. If you're just joining us in the second half, North Valley had a couple of scores early on in this third quarter off of a fumble recovery and a 42-yard bomb to one of their receivers, putting up 14 in the first 3 minutes. That one going for another 1st down, but Phoenix has yet to put any points on the board. And there is a man on the Phoenix side who might be taking a timeout. Yep. So you gotta hope that he's okay. He was holding on to his left arm, and they're getting the coach and the trainers out there to go look at him. And I mean, football is a tough sport, you know. Injuries are gonna happen, and wish him the best. So Phoenix having to burn one of their timeouts. 1:30 to go, 90 seconds in this third quarter, which feels like it's dragged on for a lot longer than some of the other ones. So the defense for Phoenix needs to hold North Valley to a couple of stops and start getting their offense more drives. And they've played really well on the defensive end of the ball, but they haven't been able to convert on their offense. They've had a couple of 3-and-outs. They had a fumble that was recovered by North Valley. They had an interception in one of them. So not some of their best looks, but you know, they did have a couple of good rushes. So looking optimistic. That one, though, going quite a ways. The flag comes flying in, but if it stands, it'll be a 24-yard pickup. Holding on the offense brings it back. So accepted by the Phoenix coach, and that one will be negated. So it'll stay second down, but instead of picking up 24, they're gonna be moved back an extra 6. Run up the middle, getting down to about the 40-yard line for a 3rd and 5. And a couple of substitutions in for Phoenix as well. This one just winding down to the end of the quarter. Looks like the offense will come off the field, and we'll start the 4th quarter shortly. At the end of 3, North Valley putting up 14, and Phoenix still yet to score at 0. Stay with us for the 4th quarter coming up right now. Fourth quarter action getting started with North Valley up 14 and picking up 10 on their first play. Phoenix is yet to score, despite holding North Valley to 0 points through the first half. And they just had a couple of offensive mistakes, threw an interception, had a fumble that was recovered by the defense that North Valley easily capitalized on, and now they're building more momentum. That one though, there's a flag on the play with another big pickup from the Knights. Waiting for the signal here. Are referring with each other. They're moving them back. So there'll be a penalty on North Valley. That's been one of their issues, is that they've had a lot of penalties against them, especially on those big plays. And it can be tempting to do some of the things, but you gotta stay poised. You gotta keep your composure and play well. That one able to pick up an extra first down, keeping the chains moving, getting inside the 20 toward the red zone. Knights break the huddle. I go with a read option and hand it off. That one picking up 4. And the halfback, Erkaneff, I mean, he's had a great game. You know, he's picked up at least 40 yards in this second half alone. Averaging about 4.5 per carry. That one, though, a false start on the offense, gonna bring them back. So, I mean, at this point, it's starting to become comical, right? Like, you have a big play, it's called back. Every other play, it's called back because of a false start. Well, Phoenix had a couple of those, but North Valley, I mean, what are we doing? Run play, and met in the backfield by the secondary. So that will bring up third down for North Valley. Getting into the red zone, but I need to get to the for first down. So big play here. They hand it off again. Got good blocking up the middle. Another flag on the play. And close to that first down marker, but holding on the offense again, bringing them back after a big play. Oh, man. Well, you wouldn't have it any other way, you know? You get a big play, you get called for holding. You get called for a false start. What a treat this game has been, though. That one met in the backfield by multiple defenders. Akpan was there first. And that will be another third down for the Knights. Here they go. A pass. They got a man going on him. Throws it deep into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Holy moly. Into double coverage. And somehow came down with it. There is a flag after the play. It was Caleb Garland who was able to come down with it. We'll see what the penalty is. So the touchdown will stand as they have offsetting penalties. So one by both teams. Extra point attempt here from the Knights. Trying to make it a 3-score lead. Before the kick, false start on the defense this time, called encroachment, and that'll be a little shorter. They'll bring the offense back out onto the field. Looks like they're switching up and going for 2 now. flag on the play, and defense jumped off again. Can't get much closer than that, though. So, if there was ever a time to accrue penalties on your own 1 yard line is the time. So, they're gone for 2 though. They hand it off, and he is close. They're gonna have to make the signal look like he didn't get it. So he is stuffed on the 2-point attempt, keeping the score at 20-0. So the officials conferred and decided that on that last 2-point attempt, they were able to make it in. It was very close, so they did go to the sideline, to the booth to review it, but they did get it. So North Valley has 22 points on the board now. That one muffed, but stays with it, goes up the middle, and is brought down at around the 40-yard line. Turning bad into good very quickly for Phoenix. So we've got just about 8 minutes left in this 4th quarter of play. North Valley put up 14 in the 3rd quarter and was able to get an extra 8 here in this 4th quarter. So up by 3 possessions as Phoenix will get their first attempt of this 4th quarter. Pirates will use their timeout to start. Phoenix yet to score in this one. Definitely gonna be a tough comeback for them if they're gonna make it happen. But through 3 quarters of play, North Valley really turned it on. In the second half, they had
quite a few extra opportunities in the red zone that they were able to convert. So this game has gotten out of hand very quickly. And this timeout taking a little longer than usual. Couple coaches looking for an explanation from the refs. So have a little longer pause here. Friday night football in Phoenix. What a night it has been. Couple of big plays from both teams, and a lot of drama, a lot of action, and also a lot of not much action, evident by this right here. But both teams have drawn 6 penalties each, so very sloppy from both teams. But North Valley gotten cliche a little bit. Now we're getting a official timeout. So they're taking a break as well, and hopefully they'll let us know what's going on once they're done. Well, that's sort of been the story of this game. Both teams were unable to score in the first half, and in the second quarter, North Valley had a field goal from 25 yards out that they missed. So we went into halftime at a 0-0 score, and then in the third quarter, Phoenix had a couple of good plays, good chunk plays, but on their first offensive drive, they handed the ball off on first down and fumbled it. It got punched out, so North Valley was able to score there, and also able to score on a big reception from one of their receivers. So they put up 14 in that third quarter, and have already put up an extra 8 here in this fourth quarter. So they've really turned it on in the second half, and shown why they're a top league team in the conference. We're still waiting for the signal here. We got 8 minutes and change to go in this fourth quarter, and both teams. Credit to both teams. They've both played really well. It's been a really good game from both sides, and this has been the homecoming game for Phoenix. So it was one of their big games, but obviously North Valley was favored in this. It was they were 5th ranked in the conference as opposed to Phoenix's 22nd. So this isn't entirely unexpected. Finally set to go, and another timeout coming in from Phoenix. Thought we were going to get some action, but right back to the sidelines we go. So getting the players extra water breaks and getting a couple of extra breathers. Feels like we haven't played football in 15 minutes or so. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Finally set to go again. Quarterback rolling out to his right, has pressure, finds his man over the middle. He is finally brought down at around the 44, but a good pickup. And whistle, looks like a North Valley player is down. They're gonna have to take an injury timeout. Getting the trainers over to go look at him and help him out. Just make sure he's okay. He's down at around the 35-yard line on his back. He was involved in that play a little bit, but he is able to get up, being helped up by a couple of the trainers. So good luck for him, and obviously hope he's doing okay. So it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Pirates. And we haven't gotten a lot of playing time, so trying to get back into this one. Gets hit as he throws, able to get rid of it, but Turner just able to get rid of it, but he's also hobbling a little bit. This one getting late. Getting a couple of the players in. Drops back, fires downfield, and knocked down by the DB. Cade Moore. Good defensive coverage, bringing up 4th down. So Trey Castile and the punting unit will come out. Trey's had a great game so far in terms of how well you can really do for a punter. That one stopping around the 33 and rolling back to the 34 before finally down by the Pirates. So North Valley up by 3 scores, 22-0. They were able to get the 2-point conversion on their most recent touchdown drive in this 4th quarter. So getting the ball back here with just under 8 minutes to go, 7.5 to be precise. Got to expect a lot of run plays from them, just trying to run out the clock. That one went for 7, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll wait for the signal. Penalty on the defense will move the chains for the Knights, giving them an extra first down. At this point, you can tell a lot of the players are worn out. They don't have the same amount of energy that they did coming into this one. And I mean, up here in the booth, we're ready to go home too. So that one going for 4, picking up a good chunk of yards on first down. Clock will keep moving. Second down and 6. They go with the fullback dive, and he was able to pick up 5 or 6. Looked like just short, a yard short of the first down. So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Knights. This Pirate defense has been crumbling ever since that fumble recovery in the 3rd quarter. They just haven't looked the same since then, and you can really tell. The Knights, though, no signs of slowing down, continuing to move the chains, trying to get at least one more to put on the board. One. They line up 2 tight ends on the far side. Now they get the running back over to the far side. Bounces a couple of tackles and is brought down at around the 22-yard line. A pickup of 7 or 8 yards. Doing really well. And you know, North Valley keeping with the same strategy. Fullback dive up the middle, going for 10.5, moving the chains, getting into the red zone. This one, though, as the clock keeps moving, 4 minutes to go. This one was close in the first half, and then hasn't been close in this second half. You know, after the 14 points that North Valley put on the board in that 3rd quarter, the Pirates have not managed to do much after that. And they've still yet to put any points on the board, field goal, touchdown, or otherwise. So, I mean, credit to them, though. They've played a really, really good game and had a lot of character throughout this one, which when you take a loss like this isn't always the easiest thing to do, but you go back to the locker room, you do a couple of film sessions, that one making it into the end zone, and you reset. They've had a couple of losses, big losses like this, so obviously this isn't new for them. But you know, on a big night like tonight, you always want your home team to win. So it's unfortunate that they couldn't do that tonight, and they're having to put up with this onslaught from North Valley. NV going for two and just kneeling it. So not even trying the extra point, not trying the 2-point conversion, but going for two and then kneeling it to just keep the clock moving. So this is about the time when a lot of the fans will start trying to beat the traffic, as they say. But you know, we broadcasters and cameramen up here in the booth, we're gonna be sticking around for a little longer. So if you hear us, come say hi and tell us how we did. Give us some feedback either on our YouTube channel at Table Rock Sports, or come and talk to one of us, and we totally appreciate the feedback. I know I can be my harshest critic sometimes. There's been a lot of times where I feel like I just haven't had the right things to say. So, you know, I'm still working at it, and I'm very grateful for an opportunity like this. A squib kick from the kicker, getting the Pirates down to about the 36-yard line, excuse me. 14 to go, and it's just sort of a formality at this point.
But I get them not wanting anybody on the field, because I hate when I play basketball and like somebody's like on right there.
Yeah, in the court, yeah, it makes you nervous.
So I'll hand it off on first down. Immediately taken down behind the line of scrimmage. This one, Phoenix just sort of waving the white flag. I expect a lot of run plays. Just trying to get this one over with at this point. Another run through the middle and down to around the original line of scrimmage at about the 37. 2 minutes to go. We will have to see if we get the 2-minute warning. A 2-minute timeout, as they call it in football, in college football, but they're not. They're just gonna run it again. Couple extra yards, maybe 5, down to the 45. Getting close to midfield. Keeping the clock running. 90 seconds now. North Valley, really well played game. They really picked it up in the second half, taking advantage of every opportunity and playing really, really well. That one giving the Pirates an extra first down. Right at midfield. Probably another 2 or 3 plays here before we wrap up. short hitch route, picking up 4. This has been some of the better drive that Phoenix has gotten, and they're going to use their timeout as well to stop the clock. Well, these two teams came in tonight well matched up against each other. We had a 0-0 first quarter, 0-0 second quarter, heading into halftime. Third quarter, North Valley turned it on, scoring 14 points in less than 3.5 minutes of gameplay, and showed no signs of slowing down in the fourth quarter, getting an extra 8 with the 2-point conversion. Phoenix hasn't scored in this one with 44 ticks to go. This could be their last opportunity. Quarterback escaping the pressure, now looks to run and steps out after 3 yards. Nice job avoiding the sack and getting a couple of extras. Stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock again. Phoenix with a couple more plays. Quarterback from midfield, rolls to his right, finds his man at the 40, picks up an extra 4 yards, and moves it down to the 35. Great job fighting for those extra yards, getting an extra first down. Pirates do not have any timeouts remaining, so if they want to score, they've got to do it now. Quarterback from the gun, drops back, finds a man open on the far sideline. It's caught! And they say he dropped it. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, got the gloves on it, but unable to come down with it. And that'll be the final play of the game. Your final score, North Valley 28, Phoenix 0. North Valley able to get this one in the second half, and we're saying good night to all of our fans in Phoenix, in North Valley, and everywhere in between. This has been the special presentation of Phoenix High School's homecoming football game. And we say hello and goodbye to all of our fans across our social medias. Thank you so much for joining us yet again, folks, and we'll see you next time.